Dream if I could take you up in paradise above. Oh, hello everybody! I'm trying to get my phone to go silent, but it's only going to vibrate, which is really annoying. Let me exit out of this. No, now it's just gonna be on silent. Hi everyone! I'm just tweeting out now that we are live. Getting that out there, getting it on the Facebooks. Making sure everybody knows. How's everyone doing today? Chantal Second Fupa, hello. Hi, Sean. Let's see, I gotta go on my page. I got this. I can do this shit. I got this. Yep, I'm just posting everywhere that I'm live. How's everyone's day going so far? Hi, Velvet. Mitch, you're supposed to be at work, I remember. But hi. I appreciate. Excuse me. Gosh almighty. We're going to try one more time to get the volume off. I'm a son of a bitch on rice. I'm going to put it down for a second, get mad at it. I'm okay, enjoy my holiday break. And you, I'm doing pretty damn good. I'm ahead of schedule. I don't know if you guys noticed. I have everything all set up for premieres on YouTube. So I was like, oh, I did it. That was me. I so smart. And so I got it all started. So that way, all I have to do is show up for the premieres, and then I can work on everything else because I got to make my Christmas gifts this week. And I have to obviously do my work for No System as well. So this way, all of the YouTube portion is done. I'm waiting for a few more folks to come in because what we're going to do is we're all going to decide what we're going to draw today, what the theme is going to be, and what the medium is. Because I know last time a couple of folks asked about different styles, or did I just use markers and things like that. I'm good. Today's perfect day to get finished with my drawings. Yes, draw with me. And guys, if you are in my Discord, there is a thread that is dedicated to artwork. Hi, Serenity. So sorry, I'm putting on my Bliss decks. This is, anyone see my big fat Greek wedding? This is my Windex. I literally tell everyone, use this. Shit works on everything. You binged me all day yesterday. I don't even know how when I tell you, Chantal, I don't know how anyone has found me, but I am so happy you guys have. So I don't know if anyone noticed there is a premiere happening after the live stream at 3:15 to thank for my 1,000 followers, right? The 1,000 followers happened last Friday. It's Tuesday now. When I filmed the 1,000 followers, I was at 1,200. When I edited last night, I hit 1,500. So it's like I can't keep up with you guys. Esteban, how you doing? So well, now I think we got 10 people in. So all right, guys, let's get a vote going. Ignore the dust. Ignore the dust. There's no dust. There is no dust in Ba Sing Se. Tell me, what would we want to see? Do you want to see more of what I did last week, which is markers or colored pencils? Colored pencils takes forever, so please don't say that. And or do you want to do like watercolors? I know some folks were thinking about that, and then we can go from there on what we all want to brainstorm and make this week. I have a drawing request, maybe a cute puppy in a Christmas gift box. If somebody got a puppy for Christmas, okay. So we got one request for watercolors, and guys, Serenity has given out an idea. Does anyone want to see okay, so we got two for watercolor. If you guys want to see a poopy in a gift box, I can do my bestest. I'm doing well. I'm really looking forward to the art today. Thank you. Just a reminder to anyone who was not here last week, although so far everyone seems to have been. This was our lovely lady that we all brainstormed together last week. Eddie Dawn says watercolor. All right, so watercolor it is, guys. Okay, so let me get my... Oh, God, Orion's in the way. Son of a bitch on rice. Hi, big boy. Can mommy get by so I can get my watercolors? No. No, but is it because you're comfy? Hold on. He's literally like right in the way. Anything you want, just here for the ride. Well, guys, all right. So we got one vote for me drawing a poopy. So while I go grab my watercolors really quick, Orion, come on, Didi Mau, come on. Thank you. You can lay back down once I grab my shit. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you. That doesn't mean stand right behind me either. You know, you're not being very helpful. This is also not for you. No. Nay, nay, I say. Nay, nay. None for you. Pretty sure if you ate these, you'd get very, very sick. And I don't feel like going to the vet. Not for you either, young lady. Let's see. Hello, Selma. Yes, he's literally like right over here is where he was laying down, so I literally could not turn anywhere to get up. Let me see. There you go. So I've got two different kinds. These are all inks, but I can clean it out easy. So, woke up with fever and chills. I'll check it when I wake up again. Oh no, Pluribus. Well, feel better, honey. Go rest. Go rest. You go rest and relax. So I'm still setting up. So whatever anybody wants. So I don't mind drawing a puppy, but then I gotta decide what kind of puppy. Yeah, feel better. I have yet to use these at all. So I might primarily use these, but then I also have, if you guys haven't, if you've been sleeping on it, Arteza has really amazing metallics. They're not very expensive, although this one never fully dries. I don't like that. But they're really pretty. So I might use that for the wrapping paper on the, whatever the box is. And then they just have an absolutely stunning full set. I'm not whatchamacallit. I'm not sponsored. I just fucking love Arteza. Been using them now for a while because someone asked me, I think the last stream, or someone just plain simple asked me how long I've been drawing, and the thing is, I have not been drawing. I've been drawing my whole life, but I also took a 10-year hiatus out of depression and lack of confidence, and also because I was broke and art supplies are fucking expensive. Actually, I was just scrolling down my YouTube feed and there was a trailer for a new Disney movie called Us Again. Have you seen it? No. I will say, let me finish talking about, and then I'll talk about Encanto, which I actually thought was really fucking good. And so what was making me able to get back into artwork was actually Arteza, because their stuff's so affordable. This was $50 on its own. This was $40. 36 colors. Yeah. Just to give you an idea of how expensive normal art supplies are. Arteza tries to do the exact same quality as this, but for like a much better price. Like even this is $30 for 24 sparklies. Sparklies. But either way, you got metallics. And you just don't see those prices usually. That's why I like digital. That being said, I love buying art supplies. Yes. Buying art supplies is a very dangerous thing because I've literally got like, so as you can see, I've done Sketchbox. I did whatchamacallit. Did a couple of different ones. And it's very dangerous. It's very dangerous. Because you want all of it. You want all the supplies. There's no logic. There's no reasoning. You just want all of the supplies. So, one bad thing about watercolor is, unlike with markers, I spread out more than thighs out of their pants. Like, I spread out everywhere when I do watercolor. What the fuck is that doing in there? I just take out every paintbrush, even though I'll probably not use every paintbrush, and I throw it all everywhere. And mind you, I used to do this at work. So when I sold mattresses, guests would come in and I just have watercolor shit everywhere. And I would have these all opened up, and I would have my little cups ready, and I was like, please hold. So, yeah. Totes professional. Hey, but people liked it. My one dread was I was afraid that kids were going to craft stores are dangerous places to go. Yes, they are. Esteban, go ahead. Go ahead. I run this shit. Make fun of me saying drawing. I'll bust your ass. But due to my mother's passing at 18, I stopped. And I understand exactly how that feels. Because when I lost my mother, I lost a lot of motivation, but I had to kind of force myself, partially because she kept begging me to for the longest time, and then I started, and then all that jazz. Yeah, my go-to set for watercolor is Dr. P.H. Martin Set A Concentrate. That sounds expensive just saying that, Eddie. Just saying the words Dr. P.H. Martin sounds like I need to pay someone to say that. And also, art is a good break from Chantel's. Anything that gives me a break from her, I enjoy. Let me tell you, I'm excited for today. I was really excited because last stream I was telling my friend Lucius, I was like, I don't know if anyone's even gonna show up. I was like, we'll see. I mean, sure, you can get a lot of folks following you, but it doesn't mean that they're like, they're into it. So I don't know why I did this before I even have the fucking drawing, but oh well. So it sounds fancy, doesn't it? Dr. P.H. Martin. Yes, I buy Dr. P.H. Martin's watercolors. They're concentrated for perfect effect. I have all my current watercolor pieces in the front. All these ones. Get the fuck out of here. Which one's still attached? None of them should be attached. And yet, here we are. So I gotta get all these out. So, all right, get those out of the way. Get them over there. All right. So, I heard a vote for you keep streaming and we will keep showing up. Thank you, Serenity. I appreciate that, honey. Saw an artist use them. So, like any fanatic, I bought them. Yeah, it sounds about right. That's how I've bought most of my art supplies. So, okay. So, Serenity is the only one that came up with an idea of what we actually were going to draw. So, unless anybody comes up with something soon, it's going to end up being a puppy. And I saw a vote for a German Shepherd puppy. So far, we're talking about a German Shepherd puppy popping out of a Christmas box. So, now's your chance, folks. Cast your votes. Tell me what else you might want to see. May I speak to Dr. P.H. Martin while holding a cigarette? Right, exactly. Llama in a beanie. Oh, I kind of like the llama in a beanie. That would work. See, this is the shit I'm talking about. Look at this. Who's interrupting my stream? People I told to not call me. Denied. They want to put shit on my lawn that I already paid for. I don't fucking want it. Haha! I got it to go silent. I win. It'd be so cute. I say yes to the German Shepherd. Oh, Eddie, I don't know. We're losing out. You know what? Let's see, but make sure you have the cigarette extender so you're super fan. Of course, cigarette extender. That's the way it is. A mummy girl? Come on. It's got to be at least a little Christmassy theme. At least the llama is soft and fluffy and I can make a little Christmassy hat. Draw the puppy. All right, guys, puppy it is. I am terrible at boxes and angles, so we just don't laugh. But so tell me, everybody, what is going on for the Christmas season for you? It is only a few days away. Did you get all your Christmas shopping done? Gonna say no for me. I definitely not. But Halloween is my favorite. Listen, Halloween is my favorite too, but I'm very much a traditionalist. If it's Christmas season, we do Christmas. If it's Halloween, we do Halloween. Draw a llama opening a Christmas present with a puppy in it. It's a lot of shit going on. How about this? If we can do it quick enough, I'll do both the llama in the beanie and the puppy. That can work. Maybe I'll wait till next week for the llama. If you guys want to see the llama in the beanie, let me know. Because then we can just plan ahead of time for the llama to be there next week. Eat food at my sister's. See, I have to make all my gifts. You can make a Christmas mummy with a red. No! Now you just trying shit. Now you just trying shit. My family will get my love and complaining they can't get rid of me. I love that meme. My family's getting me under the tree because I'm the fucking gift. I love that one. No, I will honestly say that I especially cherish Christmas because my mother loved she didn't like Christmas. She loved Christmas. If she could blow all of her money on Christmas gifts and Christmas decorations, not only would she have done it, she'd have done it with a smile. She adored decorating for Christmas. It was a whole thing. She was one of those people with the giant Christmas villages, and we loathed that village. Because she would sit there and she would set it up, and it wasn't just like, you set up a couple of houses. No. My mother and father had a Christmas town. The town had sections. They had different religions. There was the town square. There was the sports center. There was the neighborhood and there was an upper and lower class neighborhood. This thing was massive. There was an actual wooden board they would put it on. And no, because you know why? Guess who had to lift and link all the what? Me and my brother. That's what we did. They dictated because that's the role of the parent. They point and say fucking do it, and we fucking did it. Let's see. German Shepherd puppy. I'm gonna sound stupid, but I want to make sure I get a good shot of a German Shepherd puppy. So let's see. I'm gonna Google it. Oh, German Shepherd puppies. First thing on there. Oh, look at the little face. Oh, could you ever resist that? Just look at them. Them little floppy ass ears. You did the tough jobs. Yes, we did. Because, see, Christmas in my house growing up wasn't simply, get out the tree, put up the garland. No. Nay. It was putting the lights on the house. It was assembling the manger outside. It was taking furniture out of the living room and putting it in the basement because we needed to make sure we had enough room for everything. So everything got rearranged. Every holiday that my mother did major decorating, furniture had to be moved. And we're talking like Ashley furniture, full wooden couches, tables. Oh yeah, it was a whole thing. My mom was major on that. Oh, that little mush face is so cute. Let's see. But so, all right, so I have one person telling me that they're going to be at their sister's house. So what is everyone else doing? Where are you going? I am going to my brother and sister-in-law's house, which, by the way, since the last time I spoke to all of you, I have found out that all of my family just watches this stuff. They tune in. So if any of my family or friends are watching, hi! Please let me know you're here so I can embarrass you. I'm gonna do this in the least realistic, most realistic way, if that makes any sense. I only lived in apartments in NYC. See, apartment living I'd never done at all until I moved, because we lived in one house my whole life, and when I moved down here, obviously that house was not here anymore. So, oh, I made his head fucking huge. What the hell? This is why I'm normally like 2 inches from the paper. Whoopsie doodles. Let me try this really quick. But anyway, so yeah, I was in the same house my whole life. And then when I moved, I couldn't be in that house anymore for obvious reasons, because it's in Rhode Island and I'm in North Kakalaka. So I moved into an apartment, and I'm so glad I got out of that apartment now, because like when I moved in, it was only $525 a month for rent. Two of my best friends live in those apartments now. It is $1,700 fucking dollars. I moved in 2013. That's a massive jump in price, and it is not worth the money. I promise you that. I'll be nothing but chilling in the bed. I don't really feel the need to do things with my outside my family like I used to. I'm going to my aunt's house. Holidays kind of suck now that my grandma passed. She was the glue that kept us together. See, my mom was the glue, but we all decided that we were not going to let that happen. And I'm not disparaging you in any way, Sean. We really decided we were not going to let us just be like one of those families that just like fell apart. So even though, especially my dad, does not enjoy the holidays, he still pushes himself so that way he is a part of it. It's just, see, it's the problem. I started with the paw. That was my issue. Can't make his head that fucking big. Gonna make a pork loin roast. Yum. Apartments here in Denver are around $2,500. What the hell is the minimum wage? Shit. That's a lot of fucking money for an apartment. Do they take out your trash for you too? Let's see. I still can't. 2,500. Is at least utilities included in that price? That's just so much. Yeah, but Serenity, Mickey D's is hiring here at $17 an hour. A one bedroom is 35. Where, Selma? Not to be crude, but where the fuck do you live? Holy shit! Wow, this apartment better clean itself. Exactly. $3,500 a month. It not only should clean itself, it should wake me up with bacon and eggs every morning and toast exactly how I like it and the perfect cup of coffee. That's what it should do. My dogs should never want for anything. It should have an auto pooper thing going on, and it should come with automatic litter boxes for the cats too. Utilities are separate. They got to separate my fist from their face asking for that price of utility separate. Fuck that. Brooke, oh, no wonder. Girl, leave, run, fly. You in New York? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for you. See, now I'm getting his little head proper. His little head's going proper now because I'm tilting it in the proper direction, you see. Total bunch of hipsters acting like 3,500 is okay. Oh my god. 3,500, I couldn't. 3,500. That's more than what my entire household runs on. God. And they ask you that price without so much as a date. They don't use lube or nothing. They just wham bam, thank you, ma'am. And see, this is why I live where the banjos play. That's exactly why I moved. But my house just got really quiet. That's so be it. It's usually not. It's quiet for no reason. I pay $8.50 for 3. Yes, exactly. Thank you, Eddie. Thank you. I have a full whole ass house I'm living in. Now, granted, I'm renting to own it. Okay? But this house is on 2 acres of land. It's 2 bedroom, 1 bathroom, brick house. I pay $50 less than what Eddie pays. I couldn't. I couldn't. I couldn't. I'll take a 10, please. I got enough fat. I'll be safe for the winter. It's funny because these people speak for minorities while their rich parents pay for this shit. Oh, that's girl. That's everybody. The rich people love to sit there and say they understand the poor man's plight. They don't. They don't. You know what? Half of them don't even know what a. I look back when George Bush was president. Also, newsflash to anyone that has just discovered my content: I am Republican. In case anyone doesn't know, I always feel like that's, especially in this day and age, pretty contentious. But I'm just making sure it's known. I remember back when George Bush was president, and he went to a market for the first time, and he was in awe at just the checkout, how it worked. He'd never seen it before. He'd never gone shopping because he grew up as a president's son. He grew up as a politician's son, so he had people always do that for him. I'm trying to save buy a house. Eddie, it's a great goal to have. And honestly, it's not as daunting or as hard as people make it sound. You just have to do the right research. Seriously. Because I know my mother, God rest her soul, was a loan officer. And she, a lot of what they taught wrong to loan officers back when, the bubble burst and 2008 happened and everything, my mom taught me a lot better now, or before she passed away. And I will say, had I known when I first moved down here what I know now, I'd have been a homeowner for a long, long time. Long, long time. I've been wanting to know how rent to own works. So rent to own, I'm doing it a little differently than most people. I happen to know the person, but how rent to own works is this. So you find someone that has a property, right? And they want to sell it to you, but you necessarily don't have the proper credit to go and get a house the way everyone else would, right? So what you do is you enter into a contract with this person, and it can be 1, 2, 3 years depending. And so you give them the mortgage of the house plus some. They dictate what the plus sum is. And so what they do is they say, okay, um, uh, Eddie, you're going to come in, you're going to buy this house from me, Cassandra, but here's how it's going to work. The mortgage is usually 500, so I'm going to charge you 1,000. 200 is going to go to me every month. 300 is going to go into a down payment bank account for you, which is usually how it works. And then the rest is obviously going to pay the mortgage. And you have 2 years to get your credit up. And during that time, if your credit gets up, you can then use this down payment money that's saved up to buy the house. Or if you do not utilize it, I believe they do demerit you a percentage of that money, but then you can take it and leave with it. So that's how a rent to own property typically works. I am very blessed, and that is not how it's working for me, but I digress. Mine is a very rare and different situation than most people. We can agree to disagree on politics. Doesn't matter when we're dead. Thank you, Chantel. I agree on that one. It's just these in this day and age. Poof, whew, let me tell you, people don't want to hear that. People do not want to hear that. I've been wanting to know how. I already read that comment. I got my house in 2008 and pay a fixed mortgage of $550. It's the reason I haven't moved out of Michigan. Yeah, I mean, people sit there and say a 30-year fix is not good. If you get the right rate and you get the right house, a 30-year fix can be a fucking blessing, and that's no joke. You just got to get the right house. Like I will say that I know going into this house when I buy it, it has problems, and I have plans on how I'm going to fix those problems. But it also has a lot of benefits. I will say that I've never been less stressed than when I moved into this house. In my opinion, both Republicans and Democrats are both a mix of bad blood, and there could be some good as well. I agree. I don't think anything is wholly. I don't believe everything is like a storybook. I think that there are good and bad in everyone, and oh, these eyes are looking cute. Not to pat my own fucking back, but these are looking adorable. I just binged 2 of this morning while working. Thank you, DuPont. You know what, guys? Honestly, I'm not joking. If you are able to stick around later to the video that comes on after this, that I'm premiering, I will tell you, I did not expect any of what I have right now, any of this following, and it the fact that you guys like what I do and want to see me even doing this right now, excuse me, is a miracle to me. Spent about 20K in upgrades. Can sell it now for, yeah, see? You know what? Anybody want to know? Go ask Sean. Sean knows. Sean's got this. It's my man. But yeah, I've known a lot of friends that have had to flip their own house, and some of them are smart like you, Sean, and they do what they need to do, and some of them are not. And I preferably see. I hate moving. If any of you have moved more than once willingly, and not just purely because you had to leave, but you did it because you just felt like buying a new home, I find you odd. Because when I tell you, if I never have to move again, it'll be too soon. I hate it. I love the newness of it, and that is it. The newness of where you're moving is the only fun part. Everything else sucks. Ugh. Because then you get this anxiety, you forgot something, you might not have uh, everything you need. Oh, you might have broken something. Oh, it's just so freaking headache. Hopefully until it's a buyer's market. Yeah, right now, not a buyer's market. See, I don't find moving depressing. I just find it patently annoying. I'm not about that life. I would much rather stay wherever the hell I am and be happy about that. I ain't moving to, but moving to a house is worth it. But can't I just pay somebody to do all the uncomfortable part at a reasonable price, preferably $20, and get everything I want? I don't think that's unreasonable. Don't logic me and tell me otherwise. Don't sit there and tell me that no, Cass, that's not appropriate. No, Star Son, you have to do that. I want to hear it. I said what I said. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it's quite looking like a German Shepherd, but it's looking cute. Also getting tired from moving all the stuff. Yes. Well, my thing is, like, I literally did not I did not unpack all of my boxes until like last year. I think I still have some stuff still unpacked. I moved here in 2019 and I still got some things that I never unpacked. So, yeah. I'm just looking like a fox every second, but I don't care. It's turning out adorable. Oh, my neighbor's out there with his ATV. Brum, 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 brum. In the summertime, this dude goes flying by. Now, mind you, we live on a gravel road. And we live in a very rural gravel road. He just goes flying down this road. It's like barely fits 2 cars on it. And I'm waiting for the day he gets in an accident. I'm waiting for it. It's gonna happen. So we're gonna have a big old Fiat ribbon right over here. Silence, Esteban. Gravel road equals. Oh my god, yes. Eddie, I didn't know dust until I moved to I thought I knew dust because I use baby powder all the time. I didn't know dust. I didn't know that dust could just be everywhere. Everywhere. It's so annoying. But again, I look at it as it's a necessary evil. Because I'll take the dust over what I had before. Again, especially seeing what's going on. Like one of the old apartments, my best friend, she lives in the apartments, and they just caught fire. But here's the problem: it literally just randomly caught fire in the walls. No one knows how the fire started. This wasn't someone left an appliance on. This wasn't someone left a candle. This was just the wall combusted. And they're paying nearly $2,000 a month to live in these apartments in the ghetto. So I'm like, no, no, thank you. Do you want to know what I was doing just now? Okay, I was looking at the computer screen trying to move the mouse on here. In case you were wondering my education level. Cat litter does his worst. But see, I don't use cat litter, I use the crystal litter. I won't use clay litter because it is very bad for the lungs. I use the silicone litter, which is practically dustless, and it dries out all the nasties that come out of your cat's booty. So you less smell, easier to clean up, it lasts a whole month, worth it. You dust, and a second later, it looks like you have, exactly, I've given up on dusting completely. Since I moved into this house, everyone makes fun of me. Like you saw, look, just dust. Dust, and well, you can't really see right there, but dust. Everywhere. Everywhere. I use horse bedding. You can flush it and it negates the ammonia smell. Blech. Negatory, good buddy. That is not happening around these parts. We're going to do the silicone litter and we're going to like it. That's mainly because I have many cats. So, I don't really get a choice in that matter. I have to do my thing. Let's see. NYC doesn't smell like dog shit. It smells like decaying bodies. That's what I say, Selma. I always can tell when I'm right near New York City because I can smell the death. But of course, I'm from New England, so we naturally have a hatred for New York. Anyone in this chat that's from New York, you are absolved of your sins of living there, though, especially as of late. I forgive you for what you have to go through. But yeah, I was born and raised a Patriots fan. I was born and raised in New England. So for me, New York's always been kind of like the bad guy anyway. Now they're just living up to it. Now I've got the Yashahime theme song stuck in my head. So that's going to be in there for a while. That's going to be playing for a little bit. But anyway, guys, so what else is up? What's going on? I'm a dog kind of gal, but I would get a Sphinx cat. I love Sphinx cats, but let me tell you something. They're fucking work. They're a lot of work. So I have a friend, and she's obsessed with Sphinx. But she has kids, first off. She already has a dog. Sphinx require like daily baths and shit like that, and they require that's how he's looking so far. They decaying bodies. Hey, it's true. They require just so much work, and they have to have certain clothing. Yes, clothing. So I love Sphinx cats, and if somebody offered me one, I would not say no. My husband would ask me to say no, but I would not say no. However, I would definitely remember that it's gonna be a lot of work with that kitty cat. So show. See, and my problem is right now, guys, and I apologize if I ever start talking and sounding a little off. And this could be up for debate, I may have not gone to sleep last night. I don't know for sure. Rumors have spread. but I may have stayed up and edited 2 videos. Again, debatable. You can decide for yourselves. So I'm always a little sleepy. I have agoraphobia, so NYC would freak me out. I moved here since I was 1. I had no. Oh well, that stinks. Gosh. Yeah, a lot of people are leaving New York now. See, I'm an Italian. The only part of New York that I found was appropriate was the Italian area, and apparently that doesn't even exist anymore. That's what I've heard from people. Is that like you go to New York, and the Italian neighborhoods are practically just they're gone. They're something else now, but they're not Italian. And I'm like, well, what's the fucking point then? And I got some people shouting, it's because it's diversity and it's fine. Listen, I'm okay with diversity, but just like I don't want the other ethnic groups to fade away, I don't want the Italian neighborhood to suddenly disappear. I want it to still be there because that's like you're visiting a little version of that country, and it's really cool. I hope it's gonna be cute. I lived in NY for a bit, about 20 years ago. Did you love or hate it, Dupont? I'm trying to make it cute. We'll see. Originally, his head was way too fucking big. So this is the part where, on watercolors, unlike what I do with normal, I try not to line it. I try to just paint with the pencil. So let's see. Whew. I'm a little nervous to try this one. I haven't even swatched it yet. I'm so smart. I'm just so smart. Move the water over here. What are you? You're amaranth. Oh, that is beautiful. Oh no, that's not good. That's so pretty. Oof. That's a gorgeous color. Damn them. Oh, that's beautiful. It's like butter. It's my good morning. Well, sort of. You were almost there, nephew. Let's see. Now we've got Scarlet. It wasn't morning for you. You just finished your movie. Scarlet. Not a bad red either. Love your no nonsense vids. Thank you. Listen, that's what I've always been, and now I'm suddenly it's okay to be that way, and I'll ride it. I'll ride this train. I got more coming about other things. Hopefully you'll like the other stuff too. And talking with a lot of men folk about the one I want to do after I'm done with the body positivity movement, even though it's the gift that keeps on giving. I keep finding more shit. Things that people keep saying, like, who here has heard of the term straight-sized? Because I heard about it the other day, and I'm a little confused on what the fuck a straight-sized is. Found out it's what they call thin people now. You're straight-sized because you've got straight-sized privilege. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Because that makes sense. It's like, I'm sorry that human beings are default certain things. That's literally nature. Everything has a default. And these people are getting mad about that. And I don't quite understand it. Like, yeah. They have now there's different levels of fat. There's small fat, medium fat, mid fat. And I think it's fat. The last one's dumb. But yeah, apparently now you can't be part of the body positivity movement if you're not the right kind of fat, okay? Like, you can't be appropriating your weight. And now apparently my favorite little Miss Catch a Bubble in Your Mouth, she's spreading the fallacy that the body positivity movement is a queer movement anyways, made by fat black women. And I'm like, no. Matter of fact, if you Google it, there is no one answer for who made the movement. So again, they're the gift that keeps on giving. And I will make the content till I'm bored with it and then move on to the next. Thin people can be curvy, but they're still straight sized. No, guys, I don't think you understand. When they're saying straight size, they're trying to refer to the same way there's homosexual and straight people. Like, they're literally trying to adopt the exact same term as you would for a sexuality. Like, that's the ridiculousness we're getting to right here. They're now trying to make it sound like being overweight is as unconscious a decision as your sexuality. Yeah. I love it. Anything to confirm the calories are okay to stuff in our faces, sis. Anything for that. Oh, it's okay if I gain 30 pounds. I'm not straight sized. I am a big fat. It's just naturally how I do. It's how I feel they sound. It's how I feel. Because, I mean, otherwise, you have to sound that ridiculous to say something like that and not feel stupid. That's just... Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. They have fatness things like death fat, super fat. Yeah, there's a whole chart. Like, there's a literal fucking chart. I'm not even joking, guys. I've seen the chart. It's hilarious. All right, now they really put white for the white watercolor. Like, how the hell am I supposed to swatch that on white paper? Come on. I lost my train where I was. Lost where I was for a minute. There we go. That's a beautiful blue. These watercolors are stunning. Plus size, thin size, can be curvy. You know what I say? You're either fat or you're thin. Boom. You're either obese or you're not. Yes, there's body types, but that's because humans do come in certain body types. But my God, that's bone structure. That's muscle development. That is not the same thing. And they're really trying to make it sound like it's the same thing, and it drives me nuts. Is that my Cindy? Hi! It's one of my friends. Everyone say hi to Cindy Lowe. She's a fucking gem, and I love her, and she deserves all the love in the world. My thoughts would probably offend you. Oh, Michelle, listen. I would love for Michelle to do a collab with me. I don't know. I've sent her messages. She has noticed me, but I don't know if now, since I've been commenting more, she's not cool with it. Maybe I went a little too hard. I want to join the Be Healthy movement, real health. Exactly. Like, listen, you wanna say I'm healthy at every size? All right, fine. I will let you believe your delusion. What I would rather someone do is tell me, I just wish to be healthy. That's all I want. I want you to tell me you want to be healthy. And while these watercolors are beautiful, there's not enough brown in it, and I'd have to do too much mixing. So off I go to Arteza. Thank you. Come again. Now, let me tell you something. Michelle is partly the reason why you guys even see me, because I was drinking the body positivity Kool-Aid on almost every level. And there's still some things I am going to do a video about what they've gotten right, because there are some things the body positivity movement has gotten right, but not what they think they've gotten right. I think it's dangerous when they're telling women in their 60s being 100 pounds. Exactly. Listen, unless you are the right height, you're the right muscle mass, and you do the right amount of exercise, extra weight really can't be good for you on most people. I'm very blessed that I am healthy, and I did stick to that. I was like, my blood work seriously does come back, or it did when I used to go. I haven't gone to the doctors in a while. Be that as it may. Whenever I would talk to people, I tell them I'm pretty damn healthy for my weight. Oh shit, I did do that, didn't I? No, I didn't. Thank God. Love it. Sorry, ADHD today, guys. Michelle's a cool person. Hopefully, it works out for you. I never chase after anyone, but I do think that she's just somebody that, one, she gets a lot of flack for shit she shouldn't get flack for. Because what I really don't like, and what really burned my biscuits, if you will, was people started saying that because she's a formerly fat woman, she can't talk about the body positivity. Mind you, she was fat. She's from a family of overweight people. She has an eating disorder that she fights with all the time. This is a woman who overcame obstacles and is out on the other side and knows how bad it was and just wants to help people. And the body positivity movement doesn't like her for it. Instead, they raise up bitches like Virgie Tovar, who have aneurysms over a fucking piece of cake. Like, what? Like, we're going to raise this woman up, but we're going to make Michelle feel bad or try to, cancel her or whatever or get mad at her for it. Now, I know Michelle's got a thick skin and she don't give a shit, but the fact of the matter is, at the end of the day, people seeing that, we need people to understand what they're experiencing and why they're not getting any better. I watch My 600-Pound Life, and you got these people. They're like, there was this catfish woman, Ashley. She just thought she could waltz on in after her life was starting to get away from her and just get whatever the hell she wanted. And hi, Gabrielle. Hi, Rancid. But yeah, she felt that she could go in and lie to Dr. Now about her weight loss and that he would just believe her and be like, okay, I believe you. You can get your weight loss surgery. She thought she could bullshit her way out of it. And the thing is, a lot of these people tend to have a similar mentality that they've been bullies, that they have emotionally manipulated their family. So many of them, they're fat, but they're sitting in a chair. They can't get the food on their own. The only reason they even get the food is because their family brings it to them. Why does their family bring it to them? Because they bully their family. I could never. I could never. I would rather starve, and I have actually done that. I have sat there and rather than eat, I would just sit. Let's see. Will you draw like one of your French girls? I like the reference. At my heaviest, I was at a size 16. No, I am definitely way beyond that. I'm definitely way beyond that. And that's one of the reasons why, because like I know that it even goes against somewhat what I say. If I was 300, I wouldn't mind so much. If I was a 300 of Cassie when I was 26, and it was mostly muscle, I wouldn't mind that Cassie. But the fact of the matter is, the 400 I'm at now is a Cassie that can do some things, but not what Cassie used to be able to do. And that was the thing. I always said to myself, if I got to a point where I couldn't even do, A, B, and C, I had to start losing weight. And it's begrudging because you feel like, when you gain that much weight, you don't like to admit it. You don't like seeing yourself fall apart in some ways. And I don't fall apart. But what I will say is, you don't like seeing that the Cassie that you were that could lift beds and could lift furniture and could walk, 5 miles around a store, run circles around everybody. That was my favorite thing. When I worked at Walmart, everyone would look at me and they would see this little fat bitch and they'd be like, she ain't gonna outrun us. And I would literally outrun everyone. Like, nobody could catch up with me. And I would just walk. And people were so surprised. I used to get people complaining that I walked too fast. And now I'm the one waddling after people, and I hate that. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I loved being the surprising fat woman. That's what I loved. I loved being the one that railed against the narrative that I was a fat woman who was well put together, that I was strong, that I could walk around. And I'm not that person anymore. And that bothers me. That bothers me because that was the whole point of my pride in myself, that I was healthy, that I was fit. I was the most active in my Zumba class. I was the one who could walk everywhere. And again, so it's saying, like, that is why I knew I had to start losing weight again. And it's going to be a very difficult thing. But I will say, I announced it on Facebook the other day. It was completely by accident. Um, I got in the car because I babysit my niece and nephew 2 to 3 days out of the week. And I got in the car the other day to drive them to school. They go to school in a town, a couple of towns over. So I always, when I drive them, it's a bit of a distance. And when I got in the car, for the longest time now, for at least a year, I've had to fully extend the seat because my belly gets in the way of the steering wheel, and that can be actually very dangerous if while you're driving, you take a wrong cough and suddenly the car is going sideways. So I couldn't run that risk. So I would always fully extend the seat back. The other day I got in, and the seat fully extended back, there was a decent sized gap between my belly and the steering wheel. That was very unusual. They always touched, but they never pressed on each other. And that's when I realized I have somehow lost some weight. Significant enough that my belly is no longer interrupting the steering wheel. I had no idea how this occurred. And I was like, I gotta figure this out. So I went over my daily meals because I'm very much, I will buy a certain thing if I can make it every day and have it in a pattern and da 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 da. So I'm gonna get to these comments in a minute. And I I looked and I calculated. I eat only roughly 1,300 calories in a day. And I was like, oh, well, isn't that the standard? Apparently, the standard is 1,600 to 2,000. No, 2,400. So I have been accidentally eating in a calorie deficit. And I said, well, at least that means on days when I might have a little bit of a cheat something, it's not the end of the world. Oops. I definitely didn't mean to do that. I just bought food that was reasonably healthy that I could enjoy. And it ended up being a very smart choice, but still. All right, let's see. I gotta scroll. Come on, you filthy bastard. Oh my god, so you have to be fat to talk. She's not even mean when she speaks. No, you're right, Michelle is not mean when she speaks. These people don't like hearing the truth. No, they do not. Let's see. I love your honesty. Thank you, Gabrielle. Druid, just more to love. Yes. RC, hello. Trying to lose weight or trying to exercise because learning how to do it is never straightforward. No, there isn't. That's the problem. There is no cookie cutter for people, and that's the biggest problem everyone has. Doctors are never any help. No, and I'm going to get into it in a video, but I will be very honest. I've had some of the experiences that people have claimed doctors have done. It is very true. Things that have nothing to do with me being overweight, I would get told, well, maybe you should just lose weight. They wouldn't even explore the idea. Like, for instance, again, my psoriasis, and somebody the other day was like, well, psoriasis does get alleviated because of weight. That might be the case. However, you have to take into account that, one, my psoriasis started on my scalp. That was the main spot of where it was, my scalp. And I was like, maybe 10 pounds overweight at the time. So, what? Like, I've had lifelong psoriasis, and you're telling me the only solution I have is to lose weight? Um, and there was just things like that, things that medically were not helpful, and they didn't want to be helpful. So I give that up. Yes, that is true. Yes, it can happen, and yes, it does suck and it hurts when it happens. However, like, spinning away from that, it doesn't mean you should do what I did and then just simply not go to doctors for years. Again, I lucked out because I was reasonably healthy and fit, and I made a lot of home cooked meals. And I lived in a family that sat down together, and we ran around a lot, so I was lucky. If I lived the life I live now as a kid, I would not be as healthy as I am. And that's what I tell everyone. You can't just ignore your health. You can't just ignore if you see signs something is going wrong. And that's why I'm speaking out, because people like me, we also have our pride. And that can be a really negative thing. Pride is always negative. If you're a Christian of any form, pride is a negative thing. You can be proud of yourself, but when you realize you failed at something that you always were proud of yourself for not failing at, it's really hard. Casey, my cheese and cheese. Hi, baby. Guys, I'm sorry. There's some of my family and friends are coming into the chat, so I get excited. I stopped going to doctors because they never helped. Exactly, and it's very difficult. Tiny keyboard. Hey, listen, it's okay. Take your time. Take your time. It's only hour 1. We're here for another 2 hours. You got time. But I whatchamacalls it. Lost train of thought. Cheese and teeth came on the chat. I got my Cindy. I got my Casey. Shit. Who else is in there? You know what I mean. Who else from the group is in there? Someone go get Angelisa. Someone go get Robin. Get them bitches in here. Get Jessica. We'll get the whole team together. So that, a great question, Druid. Would I ever try a Bob Ross video? That's oil painting. That's scaly. That's hard. We don't do hard things. I don't know. I would have to really look into it, because I love Bob Ross. I love Bob Ross for what he's good at. You know what I'm not good at? What Bob Ross is good at. That is not my forte. That is not what I do. I would pay for that. Damn it, don't tempt me with money, Gabrielle. That's not fair. Because I'll set a price and you'll have to meet it. Bob Ross is amazing. And my dad actually is an artist too. He hasn't drawn in a very long time because of arthritis and pain in his hands and everything. So he'll be doing happy little trees. And my dad was, an amazing painter. I knew about Bob Ross before he became a thing, because a lot of people really didn't know who he was, that he just blew up. Okay, so I lied. People knew who he was by the time that I was, growing up. People stopped remembering because he had died. And, that tends to happen where people just forget about him. Let's see. Wait, what did Sean say? Oh, spirit animal. I gotta drive now. Okay, well, you and the baby and the hubs and the pups go have fun. I love you. Go get your cheese and teeth. But the eldest sister got that for 10 years. She exercised. Oh, congrats on your sister losing weight. She ended up wearing along the doctor that isn't a doctor in the family. Turns out she had Chiari, the Navy. I'm not quite sure. Maybe it's because my eyes are blurry or my brain's not working. Bob Ross isn't well known in the UK other than as a meme. He was a PBS thing here, uh, public broadcasting, and yeah, you knew him especially if you had no money. Let's put it that way. If you was a broke kid, you knew who Bob Ross was because that's how you watch TV sometimes. Walking is it is highly underrated, but you know what it also is? Hard. So walking is very hard. I was hoping to blend right there on his face. Instead, I ended up giving him mustard cheeks. That's not my intention. So I'm going to have to add a little bit of this in to fix that. It's my colloquial accent. Wasn't he also a veteran? As far as I know, no. There's a lot of shit that's been said about him that weren't accurate. Anyone who's, not painting, go ahead and Google. Matter of fact, I haven't checked the Discord. I don't know if anybody's posted pictures. Should have done that. Whoopsie doodles. Whoopsie noodles. Well, Choco Hooligan and Bublito are causing problems. And, well, some memes were posted. That's what was posted. I think it was Air Force. Someone said. Again, I am not quite sure. You know what? Even if it's not a German Shepherd, because at this point, I don't think I'm going to make it. Again, my mind is... I am in another plane of existence. But it'll be a cute fucking dog. I can promise you that. That's the one thing it'll be. It'll be adorable. Doo-da, doo-da. Listen, it is two colored. It's just not the right two colors. Okay, see, Sean's got us. Google helped him. So yes, you were right. He is a veteran. Let's see, where's my black? I think this will make it a lot easier. So I started with the base of brown. So that way it would be an easier... Excuse me. See, so that way the brownishness of a German Shepherd's fur shines through. See, I had a plan. I just didn't want to let you guys in on it, okay? It's my story and I'm sticking to it. You guys just weren't hip to my jive, okay? Yeah, I went there. That's how my husband and I talk to each other when we're messing around. We're like, oh, you didn't. Yes, we did. What's funny is I could right now. Again, ADHD moment going through for sure. If I wanted, I could set Orion off right now. I know exactly how to get him going. And all it takes is one sound. You cannot buy any of his paintings. No, as a matter of fact, that's what Bob Ross did not want. He did not want any of his stuff sold. He didn't believe in that kind of thing. If I get dared, I'll do it. I saw the dun. If I get dared, I will set Orion off. But otherwise, I won't. See, immediately, you add the black, suddenly it looks like a German Shepherd. So there you go. See? I knew. I just... You guys were not cerebral enough to understand what I was doing, and that's okay. It's okay. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to teach you about art, Dare you set up the puppy. That's one dare. It'll suck if I do it and he doesn't. I'll be so shocked. because he does it every time. I even saw a TikTok about it. Not my dog, obviously. Orion doesn't have a TikTok. Chuck Norris has been exposed to the coronavirus. The virus has now been in quarantine for the next 2 weeks. Chuck Norris memes. Chef's kiss. It's looking like a journey. See, I told you, it was there. You didn't understand. Like I said, you weren't cerebral enough. That's what I'm here for. You're welcome. It's my favorite thing to say to people when I actually insult them. I'm like, I'm sorry you weren't cerebral enough to understand what I was saying. Sometimes I can be petty. Sometimes. People that have known I'm friends with Gothics and I've been on her stream, they know I'm petty. It's a thing. So let me ask you something, guys. Where do you see my content going from here? Where do you all see me doing stuff? Oh, thank you for the colors. I love them too. Where do you guys see, do you see collaborations? I'm curious because, again, this is a whole new thing for me. So I'm wondering when you see my content, what is something you think is going to happen? Art. Well, yes. Yes, I am going to do art. But I'm talking that's going to happen no matter what because art's a part of me and that's just the verb to be. It's understood. Let's see. Sky's the limit. I can tell I'm tired. I'm singing a lot more. I'm sorry if my singing is bothering anyone. What did Gabrielle say? Yeah. Again, nothing beats a good classic Chuck Norris meme. She recalls it. What was I going to say? I had a train of thought and it ran away. Do a dual drawing with someone while talking about politics. Oh, I don't know. That'd be hard. I used to love drawing, but I hit such a block and haven't really been able to get out of it. If you made an album, I would buy it. Gabrielle, I think you just like me. Because I know that I can sing, but depending on the day. Do you know, talking about singing though, has anyone seen Encanto? I was expecting it to be a Latinx kind of bullshit thing. I was not expecting it to be good. Let's put it that way. I was expecting negatory good buddy. Straight up. I wasn't sure what it was going to be, but it's definitely not what I thought it was or what I was worried it might be. It's really good. And I will say that I sobbed through most of the film watching it. I related to it so much. The main character, Mirabelle, she's so good. She's such a good, and what I liked about her was she wasn't a traditional character in almost any sense. She was very happy and peppy, and even though she was dealt a really shitty hand, and she constantly tried to help everyone, even when they shit on her, even when they make her feel like it was all her fault, she still tried her very best to make all of them happy and help them out. And I was like, damn. Like a pre-recorded drawing with you and someone else drawing while talking. Commentary on live streams? I can see that. Yeah, but Sean, we don't debate, we agree. That's the problem. We have to be on opposite sides. It has to be a debate, not an agreement. What else can I do? That's from Encanto. It's been in my head all day. You do not. You are always on our side. We can't. Deliver us a river of sundew. See, his paws are supposed to be reddish brown. You know I'm right. He's admitted defeat. Hey, Wing. Trying to do the pause. And that kind of works. Dualize from you the other person, draw what the other person requests. Now that we could do, Sean. Possibly someday. I originally wanted to be in the art YouTube sphere. I'm glad it's not the case now. It's so hyper. They're very politicized. They hide it. Sort of what some of them do. There's one who, while she's a very talented illustrator and animator, whoo, she is so flaming liberal. Like, she lets it bleed through and everything. Actually, the couple of them that are just super flaming liberals. And I'm just like, I can't. Because they make it very obvious, like, with clapbacks and snotty comments and everything, that they don't want to even think about the idea of being friendly with anyone on the opposite spectrum. Honestly, it's good. Disney was able to pull off a movie about different cultures without it being woke. Exactly, Velvet. And that's what I liked. And apparently it was a flop. Like, it didn't do well. And I'm like, fuck all of you. It was such a cute film. Does anybody care if there's spoilers? It's been out for a month, but clearly not many of you want to go see it. Do you care if I spoilers so I can just vent about this movie? Because I loved it, but I have things to say. Hence why I asked, because that was my main goal. I got shit to say about the film. I will have to watch a spoiler. Okay, I'll wait to make sure. Hot Ones. Maybe the kind of like Hot Ones only drawing. You have guests, but you draw the same subject while you interview them. Possibly. I mean, these are all things that are going to be down the line. I want to get the current content unsettled first. But I like these ideas. That's why I'm asking. So we maybe something to aim for in the future. But yeah, if everyone's okay with me spoiling away, I'll wait. I don't want to jump the gun. Sure, I'd probably see it anyway. So nobody cares? Okay. So Mirabelle, if you've seen any of the advertisements, she obviously is the only one without a gift in the family. Everybody gets a little magical gift except for her. Apparently also the grandmother, who, despite the fact that she doesn't get a gift, she treats Mirabelle like shit for also not having a gift. And what pissed me off is that when I watched the film, Mirabelle is just this like totally socially mature young lady. It didn't occur to me, this bitch is only 15 years old in the film. It's gonna be on Disney Plus on the 24th or the 23rd. Either way, it's coming out soon to Disney Plus. But anyway, so Mirabelle is 15 in the film. And just to set out what bothers me about it is, if you watch this kid, she's 15 years old. She not only sews her own clothes, but she details them, embroiders them. She's able to play the accordion professionally. She sings. She's a talented dancer. She can craft a bunch of things for the family. So she does all these amazing things. She gets up early every morning to prep the house for the family. She makes sure she wakes everybody up. She does all this stuff, They don't consider her special in almost any way. Like, you'd figure, knowing that your family member was the only one who didn't get a gift, you want to make her feel better. Oh, hell no. What they actually tell this child, literal child, is stay out of the way before you screw something else up. They literally tell her every time, maybe you should just stop helping. Maybe you should stay out of the way. Maybe you shouldn't help anybody. Maybe you should be careful so you don't screw anything up. They literally tell her this. I'm like, oh my God, what is wrong with all these people? And these are people who are supposedly magical people that represent an entire town. And her grandmother, the abuela, no, it's not Cinderella. So she does it all voluntarily. Everything she does voluntarily. They tell her not to. And she does it anyway because, one, she is genuinely good at it, and two, she desperately wants to be useful to the family. But she's never bitter to all these people that are more talented than her. So she has an aunt and an uncle, but she doesn't know the uncle because he ran away. The aunt has 3 kids. Her mother had 3 kids. They're the siblings. Um, Her oldest sister is an absolute spoiled bitch. And her middle sister is pretty cool. And the cousins are okay. But the only one besides the actual living house that is 100% on her side is the youngest one, the 5-year-old. He's the only one that is kindly to her and understands her plight. He doesn't want to leave her behind. And when she tries to tell everyone something's wrong with the house, nobody wants to believe her. Mind you, she's the only one in the family that can talk to the house, literally talk to it. She understands what it says. They still discredit her. And it's just, it really, like, you have to see it. I guess what really bothered me was, in any other family, I know they did it subtly and they did a really good job. If Mirabelle was the child in any other family, she'd be the golden child. And yet, because she doesn't have magic, everyone's like, can you really stay out of the fucking way and stop ruining everyone's life? And I'm like, damn, that's cold. And also, despite the fact that Lin-Manuel writes racist shit, damn, he's a good songwriter and the music slaps. So definitely go look at it. It's just a good fucking film. I just really enjoyed it because it's a film you could watch with your family. It really, really is. It's such a cute film and it really balances well. And you definitely should go see it. If you haven't, or you were thinking about it, or you just decided not to, change your mind. When it comes out on Disney Plus, if you have Disney Plus, it's worth a view because Disney went back to what it was good at, true family films, and that's why I like it. I'll watch on Disney Plus. I have a company meeting. Bye, Sean. Thank you. That's a lot of the families, unfortunately, this day and age. It was, no, she's a crazy person. Am I the crazy person, or is Beth and Chapel the crazy person? Here's what I will tell you. She's doing all the basic things these people and holding up in ways that they don't know and appreciate. Yeah, it's absolutely. So the movie starts out on the day that the 5-year-old cousin's supposed to get his magical gift, because everyone gets it when they turn 5 years old. Mirabelle is the only one who did not. For some reason, the door fades away. Big traumatic, thing, and she was the last gift ceremony. Now they're having the one for the little boy Antonio, and he's afraid to even do it because he doesn't want to leave her alone. And everyone afterwards, they're all just like praising this little boy. And so what she does that day, she gets up and she handcrafts these little candle holders out of paper and felt for everyone in the family. And then she lights a little candle and she leaves it in front of their door. And the only one that gets messed up is her grandmother's, and her grandmother's the most passive aggressive out of everybody. She's just like, she's never like, oh, hey, baby, what are you doing? She's like, what are you doing? What are you getting into now? What are you screwing up now? Like, damn, bitch, calm down. I know your man died and all, but shit. Like, just crotchety old bitch. And it really made me mad. And it's just, I related to it so much because anybody who has imposter syndrome, anyone who feels a little less worthy at any point in time, she just speaks to you. The whole character speaks to you. And that's why I'm saying if you get a chance, definitely see it. It's just a good film. It's a really good film. The resolution at the end is a little too neat and clean, but it's a Disney film, so we can't expect miracles, children. Belle talked to the house and it talked back and sang to her. Belle is in Beauty and the Beast, Belle? Because Belle didn't talk to the house, she talked to the household appliances. Um, Mirabelle literally could talk to the house itself because the house is a living being. So if you watch Encanto, the house itself is an actual uh, entity, and it moves and it sways and it does things all on its own. And when you listen to Mirabelle talk to it, she physically can talk to the house and understand, like talk back and forth. Like she has an actual interaction when she's supposed to go somewhere and the house does this little rattling thing and it swings open doors and she's like, I don't know, what do you think? And then the house is, she's like, oh, don't worry, that's not going to be the case. So like she could literally like conversate, and I was like, I never saw anyone else in the family do that. Like they would say, oh, let's go to casita, this is casita, da 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 da, but it was never like that. Well, apparently I had to do a Zoom this afternoon. I have to find out. I like how this puppy's turning out. I was very worried that I was not going to be good. Oops, your eyes are not done yet. Well, let's work on these paws. Watercolor always takes me longer. It always takes me a long time. But that's because this is the one where I feel like I can truly be comfortable in. I don't know. I've always been attracted to watercolors. Hello, Blue Kokiri. I was almost mispronouncing that. And don't worry, it's only the second stream, so you haven't missed too many yet. There's plenty more you can disappoint me in. No, I'm just kidding. Let's see. Oh, see, Blue, you and I did the same thing. I stayed up all night too. I've got that nice little headache in the back of my head where it's saying, you should be asleep. But you're like, but I can't be. That's where I'm at right now. But again, I stayed up late editing videos, so that's on me. I technically could have waited on at least one of them. Thank you, Serenity. Yeah, I'm actually kind of impressed with myself on this one. I didn't think it would turn out so good. Or at least turn out. Let's see. The line work afterwards will help narrow in all these colors. Right now, we're just doing the... See, typically you're supposed to let it rest in between, but yeah, that was my gripe about it. I just, So I know we got some new people in the chat. We were talking earlier about Christmas. What's everyone's plans? Do you have any great stuff going on for Christmas this year? Short of a lockdown. Hopefully you're not in Australia. Oh, good golly, Miss Molly. Man, that tiredness is starting to hit me, but I'm fighting it. Let's see. I don't think I need the puppy video or picture anymore because I've pretty much nailed that portion. So I'm gonna let this little puppy's paws dry. Exit out of that portion of it. Let's see. Gotta see what this message is. Sure. as I'm looking through cross eyes. There's some pretty watercolors I saw that were shimmery, but they can be a bit pricey. You see, but these are pretty right here. These watercolor shimmeries. Look, that's gonna be for the box. I'm gonna use the shimmies. These are not pricey. These are just pretty. Let's see. Gonna put that right there. Now, this I've done swatches for. So who shows up nice? I think we're gonna do the lettuce right there. I don't really have a shiny red though. I can make one. I bet I can take that copper, mix it with red paint, and get kind of a shiny going. You should sleep after the stream then. I think we both will. Once I'm done with all these meetings, my husband's gonna come home to me just like conked out on the couch. That happened to me last night. I was sitting there. I forgot what I was waiting for. But I was sitting in the chair at the kitchen counter, as I'm wont to do sometimes. And all of a sudden, this snore woke me up. The snore was mine. And it was dead ass. I don't snore. So when I snore, it wakes me up. She was a loud one. Caught me off guard. Hurt my throat a little bit. Oh, I got these from Arteza. I said Arteza, but apparently it's not the proper way to say them. But yeah, Arteza. Let me see. These guys. I'm staying home for Christmas. One of my friends is working Christmas, so we're celebrating on New Year's. I made shimmery. Yeah, I've heard about that, Eddie, that you can make your own. And there is this watercolor brand, Ilui. It is spelled weird. It's Ilui. All I know is someone wants to mail me those. Whoo! That they're pricey. They're all handmade. They're very Instagram. They have monochromatic. They're so beautiful. They're so pretty. And I want all of them. Keep telling my husband that's going to be one of my goals. I have 2 people I want to purchase like everything they make from if I make big bucks someday. And it's going to be all of Simply Nailogical's Hollow Taco, all of her stuff, and all of Ilui's watercolors. Because the only way you can afford all of their shit is if you make them buck. Like, you have to make some bank. Because they got quality stuff. That's why I don't complain, because it is quality. But your girl can't afford it just to want it. Even their dot, like they have this little dot thing they make. And so when I say it's a dot, so you see how you've got these are half pan, right? Take like an eighth of the half pan. That's what their dots are. So who is Simply Nailogical? Simply Nailogical, she makes nail polish. So I don't know, Eddie, if that's going to interest you, but she makes absolutely stunning nail polish. Ilui, as a matter of fact, just so I can be not the only one suffering, let me get them up on Instagram so I can show you guys. When are you available? Well, just telling one of my associates I'm live streaming. Well, I'm live streaming right now. So probably around 3:45, 4 p.m. my time. Boom. All right, let me get this up because you guys got to see them. They're just stunning. They've got some beauteous stuff. Let's see. Let me find out. Gotta find them. That's the problem. Here they are. So this is them. And I promise you, they make some of the most stunning watercolors ever. Like, just absolutely gorgeous. And they sit there, like, right here. Shameless promoting them. Like, just gorgeous watercolors. And I think they do, like what you were talking about. And they do chroma, which is just, ugh. I love their stuff. I love their stuff. Like, look, just look at this. Look at that. You can't tell me you wouldn't want those. Oh, just stunning. Stunning. Thank you. They just make some of the most beautiful stuff. And it's all obviously handmade, and they sell full pans. And my dear Lord, I don't even want to know. Come on. That's porn for the eyes. Oh, I meant the watercolor person you were talking about. Yeah, that this is who I was talking about. Um, must have been the ones I was thinking of. Yeah, these are stunning. Yeah, these are beautiful. But are you ready for the prices, kids? Are you ready for the prices? Let me get those up. I'll show you why your girl hasn't bought them yet. Let's see. They're in my favorites. So all I gotta do is find the first chroma. Where are you? Like, again, they just make the most stunning stuff. Is this it? Is this them? Yep. Okay. So, see that rainbow pan right there? $330. Now, it's handmade, it's sustainably sourced, da 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 da. That pan right there, $70. So, yeah, that's why I say now a single pan, a single half pan is $7 for their stuff. It's actually, yeah, it is actually 300. And let me tell you something, they sell out. Like, whenever they have the stuff up, you can't get it. It sells out, boom, like that. This is a 60 half pan at 331. Pretty sure this was the one I was thinking of. Yeah, Garrett, they're beautiful and they do great work. But let me tell you something. If you want to eat or you want to paint and you want to paint with their stuff, you have to pick eating or painting. They have this neon set for 12 half pans. This neon set, you're talking $60 right there. So again, they're not cheap. They are not cheap at all. But I am a firm believer in capitalism. I'm a firm believer in paying for quality. So even as I'm saying all this shit, I don't disagree. I feel if you know what you're making is good quality work and you know that what you're producing is something that's hard to find, I mean, these are the dots I was talking about, by the way. They literally sell dot cards. So what the dot cards are is if you want a sampling of all of what they make, you can buy, they usually release it and they let you know ahead of time. So it's a dot card, but it's huge. So the dot card's like this big, right? And it's got a dot of everything they make. So you will get a little taste, and you have to be real careful with that taste. So it's, yeah, it's a thing. It's a thing. And it's a thing that I want, but I'm also a responsible adult and I have to choose properly. So I choose eating and a roof over my head over pretty, pretty colors. And hopefully you don't judge me too heavily for that. I believe that a dedicated enough artist could make the dot cards last forever, but the problem is that I would either do one of two things. I would either never use them, or I would use them in nearly every painting, and either way they would still never get what I needed. So that's why I would rather have a pan. And again, so you know what, guys? Just spread me everywhere. Oh, that came out wrong. Just spread my name everywhere. Get my name out there so I can afford these bougie ass watercolors. Spread me everywhere. God almighty. You can always do layaway. No, the fuck I can't. The fuck layaway. Esteban, you tell the best jokes. The Gansai. I think I know those. That sounds familiar. But I can't remember. I will tell you, Artis is still beautiful. And just like with every other thing, the chroma is relatively new in the watercolor market. So eventually someone's going to come along and be like, these boutique people, they need to have some competition. So it'll happen. I mean, I found other pans of neon that were cheaper than what they pay. But, like I said before, part of me wants to buy quality. I don't care if it's fat owned, woman owned, whatever owned. I just care, is it a quality product? That's my major concern. I am so sorry to hear that. That is my tummy. I'm a wee bit hungry, but I do not have the time to cook right now. I had waffles earlier. I'm good enough. I didn't mean it that way, I promise. I'm not a desperate hoe, I swear. Let's see. Oops, I got a little green in where the red's gonna go. Oh, I think I'll survive. There we go. I definitely think this is coming out cuter than I thought it would. So what is anyone's plans for the new year? I definitely, by the way, if you hear me in any of my videos that I've recorded in the last week, I definitely couldn't count. I I forgot that New Year's Eve was next weekend, not next like Tuesday or Wednesday. I was definitely having a special moment. So you'll hear me wishing you Happy New Year and Merry Christmas. See, I would Gabrielle, but the problem is I have to cook what I'm gonna eat, and that will take a little bit. No, I heard from me everywhere. Shut up, Esteban. My New Year's taking down my Christmas stuff. Yeah, I didn't get to decorate. I'm actually very upset about that. I had whole plans. Everything got fucked up. So I had whole plans on how to decorate and what I was going to do because I was like, this is the year. This is the year. I don't even have my Christmas tree up. This is the most I decorated. What you guys see in the back of my videos, that's the most that I decorated. So at least I have some part of the house that is Christmas up. But that's because that's the part I didn't have to ask my husband to help with. Because for some reason, the little curmudgeon does not like decorating for the holidays. I don't know why. He fights me tooth and nail on it. He says it's dumb and we don't need to do it. And I'm like, oh, do you like eating? So then, yeah, we have to do it. But I guess because he worked hard this year and he's got a tough job and my job's on the internet, I guess I'm not mean about it and I don't push him. I guess. I keep up my lights just because pretty. See, and again, I am the kind of person where once Christmas is over, Christmas is over. Now it's time for Valentine's Day. So as my mom would decorate for every holiday. So for me, keeping decorations up for the old holiday into the new one is disrespectful. No, the new holiday gets its time now. See, my mom had decorations for Valentine's Day, for Easter, for Thanksgiving, everything. Halloween. 4th of July, everyone had its own decorations. So that's what I'm used to. Whew. My New Year's plans put some videos on YouTube. Not sure if it would be art based or listen, whatever you have the urge to put up, just put them up. Put whatever you want up. You know what? I did not think any of my videos would go anywhere, Amy, anywhere at all. And now I've got 1,500 of you. This Christmas decoration get taken down before. It's after New Year's, okay? So New Year's and Christmas, because they're so similar, you can keep the same decorations, in my opinion. But I do always recommend, keeping them up. Also, because apparently there's a tradition. My mom would say it to me, and it'll go in one ear, not the other. All I knew is I was saved from another week of picking up all those glass houses. So I didn't complain. Mine will stay up until summer because I get these cute summer lights. Also, when you live in a cold state. See, we never got that luxury. Oh, wait, sorry. I had a moment. Oh, good golly. Am I already done with the shimmer? I think I am. Whoops. Let's just take some copper out because I need that. So I'm going to need that for the red. If it will actually, leave its pan, that'd be great. It's just sitting there chilling. Let's see. I was always told it is bad luck to take that. My mom said something along those lines too, but there was something else. I can't fucking remember. It's always a thing. There's always some kind of ass wiggle tingle tradition bullshit. Purple, pink, brown, pink, red. This should sparkle. If it were up to my husband, the Christmas decorations would be down after Christmas. Here the decorations are undone January 6th or 7th. Because the three wise men. My mom would tell me something like that. It was an Italian thing she would tell me. And I'm sure there's one particular person I know that's going to be like, how do you not know? I don't know, okay? I'm not good at this shit. I always had her to remember this stuff, and now she's not. So I can be like, sorry, Mom. You're going to have to rise from the grave to remind me. There's a bit of a shimmer there. That works. But I'm going to have to add more. I'm This is a pretty copper, though, I gotta say. I haven't touched my watercolors in months. There we go. It's a little better. Yeah, it's a little better. See, my family always made a big deal out of all the holidays, including the birthdays. The birthdays are considered a holiday. We wouldn't get a birthday day, we get a birthday week. Shit like that. It's just always a big deal. So I always enjoy celebrating everything in its own way and making it a big deal because, you only live once. That's the stuff where you have the fun. You enjoy this experience with your family. Make memories, because someday they're not going to be there. I remember watching Abba and Preach, and they were saying how they don't like taking photos because they'd rather just live in the moment. But At the same time, as someone who has people in her life or had people in her life who hated taking photos, someday those photos are all you're going to have. So live in the moment on all counts and, make sure you take the photos and just enjoy everything. Let's see. I love to work with markers personally, but I do love watercolor. It's the most forgiving of the paints. Maybe that's why I'm so good with it, because I screw up so easy. So I agree. I love working with watercolor because I don't feel so much pressure with watercolor. I feel like I can just have fun and create something very pretty and flowy. I feel like it can be difficult, but I feel like I like to pretend that I'm proficient in it. I know I'm not, but I like to pretend I am. Get a lovely line going. It's a happy line, guys. It's a happy line. Happy little lines. Let's see. I created a bunch of watercolor cards for Christmas. So I have a watercolor painting that I have for when, because I want to make merch, and I do have some merch sitting in a box on the side of me. And I have the packaging and everything. So it's very cohesive. I just, bunch of things happen and I haven't done it yet. My main goal, I think it's going to be really fun, is making pins and getting those sold. I think that'll be super fun. And I lost train of thought completely. But yeah, I want to make my own merchandise and get that all set up, ship it all out. And I created this watercolor as a card for when I do that. So if you ever buy a product from me, my goal is that you would get this image on a card. Okay, Squirtle all over my face said, Daddy. Okay. I don't get it, but okay. Whatever floats your boat. Happy line is like a happy line is like a happy tree. Yes, exactly. Happy line is like a happy tree. Oops, I made that too watery. Whoopsie doodle. Yes, I use my hand as a canvas. So I don't understand gouache. I do understand it, but I don't understand it. Cause how does it even work? Because, you can water down acrylics too. It isn't the prettiest, but you can water down acrylics too. So that's why I said I don't understand. Is didn't we already have this? Isn't this already a thing? That's where my brain goes when I hear gouache. I'm like, it's already a thing. So what does it matter? But apparently, I am wrong. And I have been informed I'm wrong, but I just don't know. I don't understand it. I don't understand the logistics behind it. Have you used gouache? Tell me how it is. And then for any of you who don't know, gouache is a type of paint that is both can be used like acrylic paints or used like watercolor paints. I'm the same with markers. I want to do an art stream where it's the opposite of Bob Ross. If you mess up with the markers, which I do, you have to live with those. Oh yeah, and I have not. I have not been pleased when I fuck up with markers. There are many pictures that I plan to do with markers that have just sat there and never been finished as a result. Because I'm terrified of screwing them up. That was a big problem that I had as an artist for a very long time. I was terrified of just fucking it all up. So there's tons of pieces buried in different places that were either never lined or never colored. Why? Because I was just afraid that I was going to break them anyway, or I was going to break them. I was going to ruin them anyways. So why bother? It can also be sort of used like an oil paint. I've heard that too, but you have to get really thick gouache. and I never see it be that thick. There's that jelly gouache, but even then, that one's more. I don't know how to describe it. It's not exactly like an acrylic. I think I might do a layer of copper over where all the red is. It's not quite shiny enough. Jelly gouache. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Jelly. It's like gelatinous, and I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know. Seems a little wonky to me. Let's see. Yeah, I had to really fight that, Amy. Like, I had to fight it hard. It was a really bad habit that I had, and I feel like I've finally gotten out of it. Generally, there's these series that I've done, and people who have followed me for a while know what I'm talking about. I did this series of women who were all in circles floating in the air, and I posted a little hint of their line art, and I never did any of them since. Now I have colored some of them, but then I just stopped, and I don't know why. So yeah, shit like that. It's just stuff you gotta overcome. That's the problem. There we go. Happy little ribbon, happy little ribbon. There we go. See, this is the semi-cute but ugly stage where everything's looking okay, but at the same time you're like, ugh. Alright, I gotta get that red out. So I gotta go over with the copper now. Get a motherless goat. So my husband doesn't swear, so here you say motherless goat, that's because that's his way of swearing, which makes no sense to me. If you want to swear, why not just swear? But whatever. If I try to logic it too much, it won't make any sense. Oh, I don't like that at all. Oh no. Oh no. We're just gonna happy mistakes, happy mistakes. Yeah, we're gonna let that dry in peace. Put you right there. I might revisit these to put some like pretty swirlies around the puppy, but for now, we're done with that. Put you off to the side. No, don't you fall. Oh, you fall, I will kill you. Oh, I gotta stretch. So, is anyone drawing with me? If you are, I'd love to see what you're drawing. I stretched. That's all I did. If you can hear that heavy breathing, it's my dogs coming in. What? I know, I see your rope. It's very cute. I know. Life's so hard. How do you handle it? Alright, so we got that out of the way. Orion, what do you want, baby? What? I see you. I know. I know. I talk to my dogs, they're little humans. Yeah, that was a burp. That was very gross, Greta. So I feel like I gotta do other. I'm making coquito. I would love if you guys share these. I want to see like how the process to make coquito looks. I would love to see your drawing that you're doing. I want to see this stuff. Like, show me your world. Slide this back a little bit. This makes it a little easier because partly why I was having a hard time is I was narrowing my eyes. Because like I said, I'm not used to painting that far away. I think I said this in the last one. I am not used to not being like right up on my paintings. It's very weird. I'm used to being like face nearly touching the paper. Because otherwise I feel like I'm losing control. Don't ask me why. It doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. I still gotta cover his eyes because right now they're looking a little soulless. Both my boys are sick. They're napping. Oh, no. I hope your kids feel better. Sorry, you heard my throat pop just now. What the hell was that? No, I definitely, I used to catch colds so easily when I was a kid because I lived in a very, old house and it was not very good. My parents did the best they could. Um, but let me tell you something. That house made us easily get sick, and whew, I hate coughing and sore throats. Ugh. I mean, nobody. I take that back because there's bound to be someone out there that's like, man, that's the best feeling in the world. But whoever they are, they're weird. Um, I know we're not supposed to shame people and everything, but seek help with colds. The only part I loved about colds was Bob Barker, saltines, and chicken star soup. But you know, none of that's the case now, and I have to be the one to make my own soup anyway, so it's no fun. Let's see. I had to create a separate Insta for art. Primary one turned into a weight loss thing. I do want to learn. I've always used a pencil to sketch. Hey, a pencil is how you have to sketch. It's what I did today. It's how I started this painting. You can't just start right off the bat, in my opinion, just going straight into the painting. It's almost impossible to get it right. Can you give you cute little eyes? There we go. So now we let this dry for a little bit. Shouldn't take too long because I didn't do too many details on it. But he's going to be so cute. So let's see. Yeah, you always do. My process is, oh, excuse me, I always do pencil down the paper first. You pick the paper that you want, right? So watercolor, mixed media, whatever media you're going to be using. Make sure you got the right paper. So you get the right paper down, then you sketch out whatever you want to do. There are people I have met who can use a pen to do it, but they're not human. So we don't compare ourselves to them. It's funny you say that. I remember a college student taking me back in high school, made me start painting with sketching. You should sketch. You can't just walk right up to a painting and be like, I know exactly what I'm going to do. If you do, God bless you, but you're a rare breed. It doesn't really happen. You have to have some kind of plan going. You have to have some kind of plot. They did it without sketching. Well, that professor's an asshole. So says I. Everyone, that's the thing, like, you can't standardize a style of drawing. You can't standardize a style of artwork. They're so, what's the word I'm looking for? Oh, thank you. Someone says looking cute. Thank you. I just got an Instagram notification. That's exciting. Um, you can't try to cookie cutter somebody into artwork. It doesn't work. And that's why I'm surprised that any art teacher would try. I think that's what bothers me the most is that when folks tell me things of this, there are art teachers out that try to put you in a little box, knowing that that's the exact opposite of what art school is. You're not supposed to fit in a box, not unless you're going to be going to a production company and drawing for them. Let's see. Let me get... This is the right one. I'm going to get my liners out because the next step is lining him and getting him all dolled up. What, Orion? What on earth do you want, little boy? Well, I say little boy. He's a big-ass boy. Because I don't think I need the watercolors anymore. Well, maybe I do. To shade that box a little bit. I got a C in art class. No, I'm not going to shade that. I like it the way it is. Let's put shine on it instead. Sometimes I put rules on my own head about what I have to do, and it actually makes things more complicated and less good to me. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go take this water and dump it out real quick. Now I want to turn sugar pudding for Christmas. Listen, better make sure you're ready for that, little motherfucker. All right, I'll be right back. I'm going to go dump out this water, kids. I'll be right back. Ooh. No. I'm not coming out into the kitchen. That hurts. What, baby girl? I know. There we go. Because now I don't need that anymore. Swear to God, I thought I hit somebody. Seriously? You wanted me to teach it. What did I miss? What comments were happening? See, now, Amy, I had a teacher. I had several teachers. And they told me that I was a very talented artist, but that my art wasn't real art because it was anime style. Which clearly I took inspiration from anime. She wanted to be in her painting class, but yeah, her art was also... Oh my God! Yes! I can't stand it when everything is self-portraits. Like, when I was in art class in high school, that is all they would make us do is fucking self-portraits, and I hated it. Like, I didn't want to draw myself. I wanted to draw something I was interested in. But no, all they made us do was these stupid-ass self-portraits, and I hated them. Ugh, they were so boring. So now I'm going to line it up so that way at least the colors will be a little easier to distinguish now. I pulled this out in an ignorant way. So I put it right in the way of my hands. Oh yeah, my big ass dog is definitely still a puppy. He's a pain in the ass, but he's a puppy. And he's a pit bull, so he's always going to be a puppy. He doesn't understand that weighing 110 pounds means you can't just crawl over somebody. And I'm not used to having a dog of his size. See, I was used to having dogs like Greta around. Greta is 50 pounds. Orion is 110. So yeah. He's an experience. That's how I frame Orion. He is an experience. Meaningful happening in their lives. Self-portraits, how is anime not real art, though? What is real art? Self-portraits, obviously. Yeah, I guess so. She literally brought out, you ready? Are you ready for what she brought out? Okay. This is going to be a visual representation. I want you to see this blank piece of paper. Can you see the dot in the middle of the card? It's a cow in a snowstorm. This is a legitimate fucking painting she brought out to us. A legitimate painting sold for like, I forgot how much fucking money. And then she brought out another one. There was this canvas. Half of the canvas was matte finish. The other half was shiny finish. There was nothing else to it. It was white, and half of it was matte finish. The other half was shiny finish. She said that was cerebral art. Okay. But my artwork, oh. Whew. Poo-poo. So yeah. I learned around that time that no matter how hard I tried, I was not going to get into RISD. And then there were numerous reasons why I didn't want to go to RISD. Premier art school or not, they were still assholes. And so I was not interested. Do some art and delivered 2 blank canvases to the museum. What about that guy that he taped a banana to the wall? If I'm recalling that correctly. Is that the one you guys are talking about? Because he was hilarious. Someone paid like $25,000 for a banana taped to the wall. Like, art critics are goofy. I am. I got someone asked me if I'm gonna do the highlights on the fur. I am indeed. This might be a little too red. I'm going to go something a little. There we go. It's a little more noticeable now. I used to own 2 of them, but they passed away years ago. Oh, I'm sorry. I call that still a little troll master. Oh my gosh, excuse me. Yeah, I'm definitely hungry, so once the stream is over, I'll be eating something because, whoo! Let's see. I am actually genuinely liking how this turned out because normally I don't go for paintings like this because, I don't know, they're a little harder for me to do. Let's see. That is a masterpiece. Stop! I am not flawless, Amanda, but I appreciate you so much. Yeah, modern art, and I feel weird because like my boss is he's an abstract artist, and I enjoy looking at what he does because I do think he's talented in that he just comes up with these ideas that I would never come up with. Is it the kind of artwork I would reach for and put on my walls? No. But I do think that the way his creative process is, the way he does those things, I am so impressed with it because I'm just like, that is never how I would do it. But in some ways, that's what makes it all the more special to me, is the fact that I would never do it that way, but he would. I don't know. I don't know if that makes any sense. It's about the most hipster I've ever sounded. There we go. That feels more concise. Modern art teaches us the difference between price and value. Now, modern art teaches us the difference between a smart person and a pretentious person. A pretentious person will buy the artwork regardless of how good it is because they just want to show off that they've spent that money. A smart person says, I don't give a fuck, it's ugly, and doesn't buy it. Let's see. Sounds more interesting than tape banana. Oh, well, listen, it makes sense. It's exactly how it was. So one thing I hate about this watercolor paper is that it does do this. Had a habit of drying out my pens. Ugh. That took considerable more effort than it should have. There we go. I don't think I'll be able to do much details on his face without losing my pen. That's okay, I can do it in the white. I can do it in the highlights, which somebody asked me about. Let's see. People keep video calling me. I'm on break, damn it. You tell him, Sean. There we go. There we are. Getting all those whites going. All the highlights. Sorry, I went quiet. I forgot for a second what I was doing. Oh, that's looking cute even to me. Let's see. That glob was not on purpose, but guess what? It is now. Happy glove accident? You know what? You guys are pains in the ass. I love it. Happy accidents. I hope you guys are thinking this is prettyful. I tried. Problem is, I have this habit of my Posca markers just imploding on me. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Maybe I primed them too much. Let's see. How many people do you have to get before you can get a super chat? So, that's a great question. So, as far as I can tell, I'm already at that level. I think it just hasn't updated in the system because when I check it, it looks like I've already reached monetized status, but for some reason, it's not showing up as it. So hopefully by next stream. But like I said, if you guys want to super chat me or you want to just support me and you can't hear, seriously, Patreon if you want to join, and I'm planning on making more perks for everybody, so that way it's obviously not just you joining just to support me. But yeah, I've gotten this question a couple of times. $5 gets you a lot of perks. My highest tier is only $20. But he does not look real, but I accept your love. Right now, this marker is, this liner is saving my ass. Might have to turn it in. Listen, I don't know if I'm not sounding awake. I'm certainly not feeling awake. I certainly just put my Posca right into the fucking... You know what? There we go. I don't know if any other artists do this, but my arm is my canvas. I fairly often do that. So what do you guys think? It's our puppy. Got them all set. Let's see. This makes it official. So there we go, guys. Oh, wow. That's way... You couldn't see it. So there we go. I'm going to get this scanned up. Matter of fact, let's see if I can scan it now while I've got all this light on it. Because this is how I scan my drawings. Are you guys ready? Oh my God, stomach. Calm down. You'll get fed eventually. God. I apologize for the rudeness of my tummy. Oh, Scam likely called me and I missed out an opportunity. Ridiculous. Let's see. So I use, there's Cam Scanner and there's Pocket Scanner, I think. Let's see. Ooh, that came out pretty good. A lot of shadows though. Oh shit. That's not too bad. We'll save that scan. Let's see. We'll save you. And now we're going to... Fast Scanner. Sorry, it's Fast Scanner. So now we're going to try with the Fast Scanner. See how that one does. I hate the scam. I love them because I love to fuck with them. I love messing with scammers. I find it very fun. See, Fast Scanner isn't as intuitive. Not at all. Cam Scan did it better. It's true. It's true. Now what do you do with the drawings? Well, I never done anything like this before, so what I've been doing, Amanda, is honestly just post them online on my different socials, and that's been it. And then I, just say, hey, did you like this piece? come join me to make another. This is my second time I've done it. Why? What do you guys think I should do with these drawings? Since I'm being asked, I might as well inquire. No. That is a faux pas in my book. I do not mess with them. I hate talking to people on the phones. I prefer ignoring them. No, I'm super anal about that. I can't. Like, for instance, like they have that whole tradition of whatchamacallit, messing up your wedding dress. I could never. I took to auction to donate money to help animals. That's right, that was an idea from last week. Yeah, but I don't even know how I'd auction them. See, that's what I'm saying, like, all these things, I don't even know how to do them, Serenity. Like, this is all so new to me. All this jazz. I think you can make copies and sell them. Well, that is something I was thinking of doing, but I have to get better scans of them. And I have to get a printer to do that, because the current printer I have sucks ass. Actually, you know why it sucks ass? Because it doesn't exist. That's how tired I am. I keep thinking of my printer that I had to throw out a couple of years ago. Oh my gosh. Oh, I was talking about earlier. These are all the watercolors I currently have that I've made. Ooh, these are original characters of mine. This is Diablo and Angel. Super original names. I've had these characters since I was 11 years old. So I'm very loyal to characters that I make. This was just, I tried to do a challenge to myself that every time I got a sketch box or a art snacks, I would do painting or drawing with everything inside of the box. This was just me trying out the new watercolors at the time that I bought them. This was a painting for someone who was a mutual, and she decided to unfollow me, and I never got the mail to her, so she's not going to get it now because she chose politics. So I unfollowed her too. This is a drawing of a to be decided watercolor. Not sure if I'm going to do it. I did this unicorn last year because I just really wanted to draw a unicorn. I want to fan art them, Diablo. Oh my god, Eddie, if you did, I would love you. So I am in love with my characters. I have a whole list of them, and I'll tell you right now, that is something. And again, I know that I'm anti-fan art, but if you want me fan art of my characters, I cry for joy. So maybe I like fan art, but only for me. Who knows? But you go right ahead. Yeah, so I did this unicorn last year. I made sure he was swole. This was the first watercolor painting I'd done in a decade. I was pretty proud of her. I too would like to do some fan art. Let me tell you something, guys. If you go through my DeviantArt and you go through my Instagram, you will see drawings of all of my characters. I did what I call the floating heads. Let me see. Since we have time, because normally I end at 3, it's 2:29. Oh, this was the painting I told you guys about that I made as my cards when you buy from me. This will be in a 5x7, and on the back will be stamped all of my socials. So this one is, I actually genuinely am impressed with myself over this particular painting. I tried to draw something that was in essence me. So I hope it comes across that way. She's like a star maiden. You know, it's the little tree has all little glass stars hanging from it, and her hair is made of like the night sky. And I tried to make it something that was me. That was pretty much it. You can tell there is a pattern to what I do. I am very thematic. I stay within theme. Let me see though. Let me see. Let me get this out. Clear all these away. There's something I want to show you guys. Hopefully you'll like them too. I did them so there's this girl on Instagram, and she's called Lord Gree. I called her Lord Grist for the longest time. That's not how you say her name. But either way. So Laura Gree, she does phenomenal traditional work. The girl is hyper talented. It looks like, this is how talented she is. What she draws looks like it's digital artwork. It's not, but you'd never know if she didn't tell you. Let me see. So where is... No, this is one of my newer ones. Those are newer ones. Where's the one with the people heads? Oh, now I gotta find them. Let me see. I'll squeeze my ass in here. Is this one of them? This might be one of them. This is one of my first drawing pads when I started drawing again. Dang a doodle on rice, this is not the right one. None of my characters are in here. Okay, so it's not that one. I gotta back up and look again. I've got them in a yellow drawing pad. It must be in this one. I gotta start labeling this shit. Let me see. Is this it? This is it! Yay! Okay. I found it! Everyone's still there? Okay. How much did you charge for a drawing? So I had a whole system set up, and I'm going to reset up my system, and then I might open up commissions once I've got everything balanced. I've actually already gotten 2 requests for commissions. So I am going to restructure them properly and get that out, but it all depends. There's a lot involved when I do commissions. I got to make sure this is terms of service. All right. So right here, we start off with Guy. So Guy is like, you know when you're a child and you draw the perfect man for yourself? Guy was my ideal man and had been my ideal man for many, many years. And that is why I always draw him like a sex god. So that's Guy, and making sure, whatever, that's not terms of service, so that one can't, nope. Those can't be shown. Okay, and then we have Azrael. And I'm going to get character sheets out for all these guys. But yeah, going back to Lord Grease, she did a thing about floating heads, and I love the style so much that I imitated it with all my characters. Azrael was kind of like the father figure of the group. This is a side profile of Diablo. Let's see. This is Leo. They all have backgrounds. They all have backstories. This is Red. Then you've got Angel. The markers I used for her, you could see, were definitely too pale. They were not what I thought they would be. But this is Angel. Let's see. Who is next? And this is Aviana. This is Angel and Diablo's daughter. You know, your art style is starting to look really inspired by ElfQuest. I have no idea what ElfQuest is. These are characters I've had for years. Oh, this is a drawing I did back in the day. A couple of years ago now. So again, you see I have a theme. I stay on theme. And I don't know if I should do prints of all these things. Like, I've had these drawings. That's not TOS. That's not TOS. I've had these drawings for years, and they didn't really perform well on Instagram, so I just assumed. Oh, and here is Helga. I made her at the beginning of the pandemic. See if you can catch the theme. I actually have Helga merchandise if you guys want to see it. I actually made full-blown merchandise for this character inspired by the pandemic. If you guys want to see, I actually have it technically for sale in the bundle. It just did not take off because I didn't have a lot of eyes on me at the time. But yeah, Helga is the Millennial Death Doctor. And mermaids? No, that's just her dress. Just her dress. I think I got the last, and then I made this. Ignore the, oh wow, her print definitely faded out. Not ignore the background because the background came out like shit. That was her. Show you. Okay, hold on. Here's the box. Get down here. I really shouldn't break my little pumpkin because it was at the Family Dollar and that shit never gets made again. So this is all stuff that I've had made for a while. Because I was planning on stocking up on merchandise and things like that. Let's see. So here is the Helga pin that I had made. Trying to make it not blurry. There you go. So that was the pin. Then there was the keychain. And I have 2 different kinds of keychains. I also have charms with my emblem. The next step after I get everything all set up is my commission prices and my Etsy. The Helga keychain. And I was going to attach little charms of my emblem to all the different things. So that way you would always know you were getting a Starson merchandise. Like, I literally have it all set up. I'll even show you I've made all the shipping stuff too. I have it all sitting right here in my office. I specifically designed this to be a keychain. I specifically made it because I wanted a keychain for me. It did not come out to the size I intended it to be. That pissed me off. But it is very pretty. And it is holographic. So I made these little moons with tulips. So I did those. And I have like 100 of them. I vouched for Stars when they put her art in museum. Like, I have so many ideas, but nobody responded well to them, guys. Let me see. And I have stickers in here, too. Where's my stickers? So I have Helga-themed stickers. So there's the pins. There's the keychain. There's my... I have a lot of mermaid stickers in here. These are all mermaid. Pinup. Stargirl. This is the Helga sticker. So there was the Helga hollow sticker. Anything holographic isn't... Yeah, I loved it, and I was like, I had to pick it up. And if you want to see the other stickers that I've got, I have right here. These are mermaids. The Celestial Mermaid. In a matte finish. Put you back here. Then I had the Lunar Mermaid. I have, and these are all things I'm planning on selling, but guys, when I tell you no one showed any interest, I was just like, well, I'm just going to give up for now. And I have a sticker sheet for Helga too. I'm going to show you guys. Oh, that one's broken. The Fishbone Mermaid. And these are all on my Instagram, guys. These pictures, the drawings are all on my Instagram. I have, this is one of my favorite drawings I ever did. The Goth Girlfriend Mermaid. I did not make these. I had them made. So I go through like Sticker Mule. Sticker Mule does very affordable pins. The keychains not so much. I had to go through China for those. I have other pinup stickers, but I don't see them. I have my fish taco mermaid. I share your pain about not setting off because of not being known. I have a shop in society, sell not one, and it's been open for over a year. See, and that's why I just haven't done it yet. I was just excited to even have these, honestly, guys. And I figured that somewhere along the lines I would get a little bigger and it all would work out. And it hadn't so far, but I still remained hopeful. And then I did my, I am missing stickers. I don't know if they're in another container and I just didn't pluck them up. Let me see. They are. They're right fucking here. I'm smart. They're right here. This is from my first Inktober. This is the Circus Girl pinup. Get in there. Ah! I'm just throwing shit everywhere. Then I designed this girl, this lunar girl. I wanted her to be a pin as well, a metal pin, an enamel one. I did a series of pin designs listing my favorite things, and one of them being stars and moons, one of them being cats. Again, I have all these things sitting in a a sketchbook somewhere. I have my pinup witch. Let me see. Let's get that back in there. And then I have my my interstellar pinup. So all of these are items that I printed based on the best artwork that I had done. And so they're going to be for sale eventually. It's just I never saw any interest in them. So my, whatchamacallit, like I have all of the marketing for it. Let me get it out. Let me show you guys. Like I literally have all of the packaging. Everything that you could need to start, shipping your shit. I've got it all. And it is all on theme. I've got my Star Sign emblem. I've got my Star Sign tape. I got my Star Sign bags. Let me see. Where's the last thing? Do I have them in here? Oh, yeah, and I have my other smaller labels. I even got... Where are you? Where did I put it? There it is. This was kind of something I've always wanted. I got a wax seal. So I could wax seal the letters when I send them to you guys. Or whoever was going to buy my stuff. Gotham. I feel like I sort of lag behind everyone else because YouTube is rude. Yeah, YouTube is rude. But a lot of people are lagging. I think I'm lagging behind you guys. Because I'm noticing. And there's one more sticker sheet, but I can't. I'm breaking shit. What'd I just drop? What am I breaking? What am I breaking? And then, yeah, so these are the keychains, the way I wanted to market them. And this is a sticker sheet. So, patooey. That was a puff of dust. So, I chased some of you guys away. I'm sorry. But, so this is the sticker sheet. I designed this one. And then what I was going to do with the keychains, again, on theme, was when you get them, you could choose if you wanted rose gold, if you wanted silver, or if you wanted rainbow. And I have all the things down here, and I was going to hand make them myself. And so, like, I didn't know what to charge for them or anything like that. But it was, if you got it, you got the entire thing. And then you could custom choose what your little crystal was going to be. So I set them up like that. And so, yeah, I did everything very on theme, very all put together. And I have a whole plan in mind, but I did not set them up yet. Like, these are the little bags for the pins. These are the big bags for larger items. Then I have the shipping polys, and then I have, like, how I was going to wrap it up. And this whole entire theme involved. So now you guys know. So it's not that I haven't had the intention, just haven't had quite the interest. People have not had the interest in my stuff. And so I figured I'm not going to sit here and push for stuff yet without at least getting a following first. And so, since you guys asked, I figured now's the perfect time to tell you. I definitely got to show your artwork to my friend. She loves her star stuff. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, I've been obsessed with stars since, God, I can't remember. They're my thing. Everyone's got a thing. Stars are my thing. And I've always tried to stay on theme when I enjoy something. And I either go one of two directions with stars. I either go like with as you saw, the rainbows. I go very modern. Or I go very old world, like Victorian filigree and super decorated. So I'm one or the other, but I keep the theme. So yeah, now you guys know. I know I went off on a little adventure through showing you guys stuff, but yeah, it's a lot of dust on that. You didn't see the dust, okay? What's gonna be fun is putting this stuff all back in one place. Yeah, I always get great ideas, and especially because my husband and I, while Trump was in office, I bought a lot of that while Trump was president because I could afford to. I had the ability, I had the means, and I had the extra money, so I invested while I had the chance. The wax seal, that was one of the most affordable things, only $14, and it was custom made. So, but yeah, let me make sure there's anything. So these are the girls I was talking about, guys. I did these designs in January, so it's going to be a year I've had them. This was the first semi-realistic pencil drawing that I tried to do. And so, yeah. And that is, well, I gotta be careful when I fly through those pages because, whew, there's a spicy thing in here I can't reveal on the YouTubes. I don't feel like getting canceled so early in my endeavors. But yeah, so I'm glad you guys liked it. If I see enough interest and I see enough people asking for it, I will expedite my plans for my Etsy and get that started quicker. Because I'll certainly want to get that product out if somebody wants it. It's just getting it up, getting it labeled, all that jazz. But, all right, guys. Well, I appreciate you all coming around and showing up and being here, and I really enjoyed it, and I cannot wait to do this again next week. Get your last minute Christmas shopping in. Enjoy Christmas this weekend. And I'll see you guys all before the new year. But thank you guys so much. And don't forget, at 3:15, another video of mine premiering. So thank you for all of you guys for being here for me and for being part of my first 1,500. Technically it says 1,000, but my first 1,500 subscribers. And then on Thursday is my next video. This is about what I eat in a day. And I think that's it for now. I'll be working on a couple more videos this weekend, and I will be getting them edited and scheduled for the next week. But I hope you all have a Merry Christmas. I love you guys. Stay safe. And don't forget to tell your important people that you love them and to stay safe. Have a Merry Christmas, everybody. Bye.